Wasn't it? They've worked tremendously hard, Bengaluru, especially through these corners.
I think a lot of kids, a lot of young ones, kids, girls, boys watch football. Necessarily not Indian football, but a lot of foreign football. The football is probably one of the most popular sports in our country and without a doubt in the world.
Hello and welcome to the show Journey of My Life with your host Tanvi. Today we have with us the captain of Indian national football team, Mr. Sunil Chhetri. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Tanvi.
He is popularly known as Captain Fantastic. He has scored the second highest of goals in international matches among active male players after Cristiano Ronaldo. He is also the all-time goal scorer for the Indian national team with 72 goals. He began his professional career in 2002 at Mohun Bagan. He was awarded with Arjuna Award in 2011 and Padma Shri in 2019.
Thank you so much, Tanvi.
So my first question to you will be that in India we know that almost everybody is more interested in cricket. So what made you realize that you have to choose football as your career?
I think that scenario was true when I was starting, which is 19, 20 years ago, where cricket was a sport which everyone wanted to play and watch. Uh, it is not the case now. I think a lot of kids, a lot of young ones, kids, girls, boys watch football. Necessarily not Indian football, but a lot of foreign football.
Yeah.
But football is probably one of the most popular sports in our country and without a doubt in the world. I started playing football, Tanvi, because I didn't think about what was happening around. I played it because I loved it. My mom and dad, they're both football players. My mom has played for the Nepal national team. My father played for his battalion in army. So I started playing it not because I thought I'm going to make it a career. I played it because I loved it, and that's the reason why I started it. So when I started it, तब मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा नहीं था कि मैं बड़े होकर इसको प्रोफेशनली खेलूंगा या इंडिया में स्कोप है कि नहीं या ये क्रिकेट के पीछे क्यों है. All these things weren't there in my head. I just wanted to play it because I loved it. And even now, after 19 years, every now and then I keep reminding myself that play the game as what you used to play when you were young. At the end of the day, it's a sport that gives you joy and enjoyment.
Yes, yes, very great. So my next question to you will be: when we talk to these sports persons, they have always told us that their school life has been a fun thing. They used to bunk and then go to practice. So how has your school life been?
It was fun indeed. That's where I learned a lot. I tried to give as much importance to studies as possible.
So
At the
you
same
were a
time,
good student. You used to
I wouldn't
score.
say I was a good.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I was a good student. I was an all right student.
Okay.
Studying is never difficult.
Yeah.
The books are the same. The pages will not change. What is written in the books will never change. A 2 plus 2 will always be a 4.
Yeah.
Sports is difficult.
Yeah.
When you go to a ground, every day is a new challenge. Your opponent is different. So I wouldn't say I was a great student. I was an all right student. Studies excited me. To learn something new was always exciting. There were few subjects that I was good at, few of others that I wasn't good at, but I always loved learning. So I used to easily juggle between studying, going to school, and playing. Also, thankfully, in my era, there was no phones to distract.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if we see kids are spending at least 3 to 4 hours every day on phones, and that's the time, and then kids ask, where is the time to play and study both? I think for a young girl or a boy, there is enough time to play and learn. So it wasn't difficult for me. I wasn't the best student in the class, but I was all right.
But you used to manage your studies and sports.
Yeah, easily, to be honest.
Okay.
Easily, to be honest, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. When we initially start, everyone faces some or the other problems. What have your struggles been when you initially started?
The struggles was there, and struggle is now also. Struggles never leave you because that is what life is. There were many struggles when I was growing up. not knowing how your future is going to be is a big struggle for youngsters.
Yeah.
So, when I just was in class 12, whether should I go for ND exams or should I also try out hotel management? Would I become someone in sports? Do I do some other courses also? And that's the dilemma that every kid has. And that is very, very normal, because when you're young, these things come in your head and it's very normal.
Yeah.
And along the way, there were a lot of struggles. Sometimes sports wise, I wasn't doing well. Sometimes the avenues weren't there. Sometimes study wise, I wasn't doing well. And that's normal,
Yeah.
you know. And that hasn't changed even now. Even now, there are so many different struggles. There is so many expectations now from me, from my
Yeah.
team. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you don't score, sometimes you play bad, and that is normal. I mean, that's how life is. Every day is not going to be the same. There are going to be happy days, and definitely there are going to be sad days. That's how life is. And because you have got it over and over again, you tend to realize it that this is the normal. This is how life is, and you don't get too happy when you do well, and you don't get too sad when things are not going fine. You just trust the process, and you try to improve every day, and that's what is in your hand.
Yeah. So, talking about struggles, you're the captain, right? And you have this pressure on you that you have to win the match. Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to make your fans happy. So, some failure and winning is a part of our life. So, when you fail, when you lose a match, how do you cope up with that failure?
So when I lose a match, generally I'm sad, sometimes angry,
Yeah.
and then after I cool down, because after playing a game you're always hot-headed.
Yeah.
After I cool down, the first thing I do is try to analyze my game and see where did I go wrong, and I try to be as honest to myself as possible in analyzing it, and then I work on it. Some days are good days where everything goes good. Some days it isn't. But once you analyze yourself and you see what more you could have done, and you try them again and things go well, that's a very satisfying feeling.
So
Not every day is going to
we
be a good day.
analyze, we should analyze our mistakes and then improve every day, right?
Always,
Yeah.
always. And also you should take help from your close ones, from your teachers, from your gurus, from your family, from your friends.
Yeah.
You have to surround yourself with the right kind of people
Yeah.
who always want to see you as improving. You should always have people surrounded. You should always surround yourself with people who want to improve you, who want to encourage you, who want to tell you when you are wrong. That is very, very important. And
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate that right from that age, people around me have been very honest, have told me exactly when I was doing wrong, when I was doing right, and that really helps.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So,
Because I'm sorry, because you're a student and a lot of
yeah, yeah,
friends of yours are students, you will fail,
yeah,
you will do wrong, and it's all right. The problem is when you don't give your best. So when you analyze and you think, you know what, I should have given my best, that's a bad feeling.
yeah.
So your work is just to give your best. The rest, sometimes you're going to fail, sometimes you're going to come second, sometimes you're going to go eight. That's all right. When you have given your best, relax and enjoy.
Yes. Yes. So, so while growing up, we admire someone or the other. Any sports person you admire, any player you admire. It's not important. It should be from cricket, from football only. Anyone, any player.
Yeah, while growing up, I had a lot of idols. I think my father was one of my first reference point. I always wanted to be like him, talk like him, walk like him.
Yeah.
He was then in army, and he was supremely fit, and he used to wear those army dresses with nice aviators. And I always thought, you know what, this is so cool. The
Yeah.
way he conducted himself, the way he used to manage everything in the house was very impressive. And then in my sport, I think domestically, I was a huge fan of I am Vijan and Baichung Bhutia. They really gave me a lot of hope. I used to watch them and I used to get really excited.
Yeah.
Internationally, I was a big fan of Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo. I was a big fan of Leander Pace growing up.
Yeah.
I think he was an influence. So yeah, I mean, I try to learn as much as possible from different personalities,
And now
and just
you are the ideal for many people.
I don't think like that. I don't take that much of pressure. I try to do right things.
Yeah.
I try to be a better person and better player every day. And yes, if in the way I am encouraging few of the youngsters, I'm happy about it.
Yeah. In government schools in India, there are not proper playgrounds. So, what would you suggest these students that where should they go and take coaching at their primary level?
I think that is sad. I think first of all, I request the government
Yeah,
to to. I think sport is very, 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 very important. I think there are very, very few things that teaches you holistic things about life.
mm,
About skill, about being a team player, about being a better person, and also taking care of your health.
yeah,
So sport gives you so much. So I think sport should be given a lot of emphasis on schools. In schools, having a playground should be a must, and I'm pretty sure finances are a concern. But I just urge the government and everyone, all the private schools, if possible, have sports in your school,
yeah.
because that is one field which teaches the kids the most. It is something that is very, very important for young ones.
Okay. So with this, we would like to end this interview, and I would like to ask you a last question: that how has lockdown been serving you?
Uh, it has been tough. It has been tough, to be very, very honest. But when I see people struggling for food, for shelter, my problems are nothing. So the first 2 3 weeks, I was cribbing and crying that I can't go out and I can't train.
Yeah,
But then when I realized and saw and read, so many people are struggling. So many people do not know where they're going to eat the next meal from. I was quite grateful for my life, and I also felt really, really bad for all of them. I've tried to stay in, try to work on my fitness, try to be sane, and yeah. Now slowly the lockdown is over for us. We are allowed to
yeah,
train now
yes.
in a bio bubble, and yeah. I just hope that people are recovering. I hope that people stay safe because the pandemic hasn't gone.
Yeah, yeah,
I know we are all really frustrated because it's been long, but please take care of it, of yourself and of your loved ones. It hasn't gone anywhere. We haven't got the vaccine. Make sure you wear the mask and make sure you really, really are careful, because this thing can turn really, really ugly. So all of you, your school, your colleges, your friends, everyone, families, take care of yourself. Wear mask, keep distance, and stay safe.
yeah. Thanks a lot, sir, for joining with us today. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Okay, thank you so much. You
Thank you.
take care.
Thank you. You too. Thanks a lot.
Ciao, Tanvi.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Bye. With this, I would like to thank Mr. Sunil Chhetri for joining with us today. Tomorrow, we will be back with another episode and another interesting journey. Till then, keep watching Journey of My Life with Tanvi Nagpal. Thank you.